good news. No steam at the gospel walk.
Pleasant good afternoon, 91.1 Talk City FM. Get used to one of our new opening songs from two very young artists, a young artist and a young DJ. So the artist's name is Bobo and Beans. I hope all you enjoy the new opening song, a little gospel.
Die for my sins, them down in the grave, and then he rise out. I see the faith, I see the faith. Will. This is the good news of Jesus Christ. What's going on? No steam at the gospel war. God was nailed on a bleeding cross. Die for the rich and die for the poor. Forgive your sins and I see them no more. Oh, you could ask what you need.
We bringing love and unity back to Trinidad and Tobago, people.
Under the law, Satan bring them down eternal grace. Make me scream and shout. Die for my sins, them down in the grave, and then he rise out. I see the faith, I see the faith. That Jesus out the grave.
When all you're thinking is only rubbish youths could sing, listen to talent.
If you believe you're saved, if you believe you're saved, I feel to dance, I feel to dance. Renew my heart, oh what a God I serve. What to do? Stamp up your feet, dance to the beat. Why? He already saved my soul. What's going on? True revelation, everlasting life. John 3:16 that my use and knock upon Satan. Come a seal with Christ, I'm under the blood so all I can look.
Pleasant good afternoon, 91.1 Talk City FM. The wrap-up show with Obi and Kingsley. We are here to go right down till we lie down. The final show for the afternoon. A little change in the flavor. We still are, don't get me wrong, we still are We Happy Place. Well, you go still hear We Happy Place, but now we are two opening songs. So we using this as an opportunity to introduce all it to some young talent. Right, so Kingsley, what's going on, brother?
Let me say good evening to the listeners at 91.1 FM. Good evening to the international listeners, also to the Caribbean. Let me say good evening to Tobago. Good evening to you. And yes, that is Obi, like that song, he passed it on to me and I said, Obi, well, get a try at the new time where people will be listening. But after I don't play God and they're gone in deep. after we don't praise the Lord and then we go into mud. That's how it had to be. You have to pray. You have to play. I know the happy place.
That's how it had to be sometimes.
I know the happy place stay with us in our heart and it will be playing. I think we play.
Yeah, you're going to be here and bouncing in the background.
Give it.
You're going to be bouncing in the background.
Go read.
Yeah, go be bouncing in the background.
I know that is that is a baby.
Yeah.
That is a baby. This is going to be a little bit in the
so
background.
You just have a bouncing in the background. But you will get a different opening song on different days.
Yes.
Just to kind of bring a little vibes. But the direction, I wanted to go this afternoon, we all over the place. But I'm tired of that data center thing. And I would tired of the data center thing and I see the situation with the whole Hadid situation playing out right now in real time.
It all over social media and it's at a stage.
Who are more cornfield, more foul.
It's set a stage, and I would just like to hear what the public. But I know we call it just calling a little lead. But I would like to hear the public.
I feel we can open it up earlier.
Yes, and hear the public.
And just let me hear the perception on it.
I'll net how they feel about this what taking place right now. Right now, as we speak, there's police by his house. To now see 3 jeep, 4 jeep flying there by his house. He and his wife release because many other people sit down on the same kind of detention order. And well, if that is what's going on, many of them will have to walk. So it's very concerning. I wait to hear what the government have to say about that. The government have to make a statement about it. I so far, as a community studio, I ain't get no materials or no tools. So I cannot really speak about it or I could speak about that his release.
I wonder how house arrest does really be, boy. Like we put an ankle monitor on your foot But I don't think he has access to phone and them kind of thing.
Access to phone and thing.
Access to phone and thing on the house arrest?
Yes, then less than the court read all that thing, but he access the court because I know right now the Brazil president he under house arrest and the court read all that like his son I think are going for election or his son is the president if I could recall, and the son can't call him. They can't call him, make no phone call. So it's I
judgment. What I'm saying, so I'm trying to figure out if that applies to us here, or are they going to give them a access to phone and whatever?
I think they have access to everything. Everything only they might be able to move.
If they access to phone, we go care bad talk them because we might bad talk them and they might put we up.
When I trouble,
yeah,
but I do not know if you want me to play the clipping the Obi where the saga is taking place right now on social media. Right now, it all over social media. It gone viral because you know that is too big to people in society. Big.
Yeah, but I just think the whole conversation around that is just going to be shaped around one thing good for one and not good for somebody else, and you know and
now the UNC will have to pay plenty money and
they don't start with that already where they're talking about this going to cost taxpayers a bunch of money and we should have never locked them up, and the list goes on and on and on and on, you know. And I understand why it reached to this point, you know. This is what happens when you give a certain part of society so much power that they reach a point where they are untouchable. You understand? And not only that, the lack of there's also a massa complex here with this too, because I am seeing people, like I said, the young lady who was on the live trying to protect this man, like, you know, like if this man does give you water, you understand?
We are following the story. Will be so I have a clip in here. Let me play to here. We following the story. This is what first step from the court to hear what let's call him the Faris man.
Oh God, boy, you gonna play faulty Faris?
Yeah, it's a newscast. We hear we get a sense of what them seeing on them side. Yes, and what them seeing on them side, and give the listeners who in
myself as
it's probably a good thing that our audio terrible, you know, because you just talk nonsense.
9 matters all at the same time, because we have multiple applications in many courts, in the Court of Appeal, in the High Court, and we were prepared to go to the critical stage.
If they load down
my clients have been
suffering
under extreme conditions which have been set out in the papers. In particular, Mr. Hardy's medical condition has been of great concern. He has received not an ounce of medical care while in the state's custody. We fear that his ability to even walk will be compromised, and we have known all of this. I'll have a lot more to say. We're sub-judicing effectively. I must respect as an officer of the court the rules and functions of what we say and do. But suffice it to say that this story is not at an end. We expect that there will be challenges and appeals, and certainly we're in court tomorrow morning before Mr. Justice Paul on the continuation of the substantive matters, and importantly, the 70-year-old aunt who is a homemade, she makes cheese for a living. She rents her accommodation. She has no money to her name. She doesn't own her apartment. She has been incarcerated as well. So who matters going on? We've carefully not run afoul of the rules. I'm speaking to you about matters that have been published in the press so far. So I respectfully say thank you to the Justices of Appeal, but we as lawyers are intimately and acutely aware of this matter still on.
Mr. Peterson, is this a victory?
So, if all it in here, he basically say how Mr. Hadid wasn't given an ounce of medication while he was incarcerated, which I find very hard to believe. I don't think, and this is where, you see, if you try to convince me that the average criminal or the average person on remand didn't get an ounce of medication and they were sick, I might have say yeah. I might have say there's a possibility. But I find it very hard to believe that this man would have been incarcerated and not given an ounce of medication. I find that hard to believe.
On Faris' behalf, what Faris is saying.
On faulty Faris.
And you know how there's rumors going around that a prison officer.
Well, the commissioner was sent home. So that is why I'm saying the story is contradicting itself, because if the commissioner was sent home for some level of favoritism, how do you then come out now and say, I would believe that if it's anything, okay, let me take this one time.
Take it.
Yeah, good afternoon, Chief.
All you need some doubles or something in the studio there.
If you can bring it for me.
Yeah, boy, bring it. Bring it. Bring it.
Because it seems like all you have nothing better to do than to waste time with Alwari and them set of people them there.
Brother man, did the job, eh? Brother man, did the job, eh? Unless you willing to pay me to do something else, did the job, eh?
Yeah, nah. Let me make this evening a little relax for you.
Yeah.
But just 1 point first. What was one of the biggest talking point when the SOE came into effect and thing from Alwari and them out? Where was it focused? And the talk was, they're only locking up young, innocent, black African people.
Yeah.
Out of all the people who Alwari was so concerned about, was there ever one occasion he was in front of the prison where he is today to represent any one of them, was so concerned about any one of them?
But look, look when Rara was making all the noise, he wasn't out there to try to even help represent Rara and she friend.
Well, that was telling you, people had to understand what's really going on, the game that is being played, And well, this is the part where I want to think. You know, the whole country up in arms with this AI thing, AI this, AI that, all kind of thing. Remember when the Prime Minister went in some G something meeting, Penny went on our next somewhere around and taking photos and thing to make the front page also. You know, the Prime Minister went to seek AI for the country. You know, Penny gone and like them going off thing. You know, she gone to America to look for AL Sharpton.
Yeah. Somebody was telling me that she went looking for that for that network
so
yesterday.
She know there's a difference between AI and AL. She thought it's AL or AI or what.
Well, she don't know why she going to look for Sharpton. Maybe.
She so want to be in the AI business. She gone and end up with AL Sharpton instead.
Well,
something had to be wrong with these.
We had to sit down and see it play out, and we go know what is the outcome of that.
But let me tell us on all the negative and the naysayers and all kind of thing, this country going full blow like a bullet train from China. And who don't want to get on board, let me tell you something. All you could be looking from the back. Trust me. Get yourself in a gear. Get yourself focused. Right now, the younger generation and thing who looking for employment and thing should start the same way how they're looking for every excuse to do have the database and the center and thing. They should be seeking type of employment.
Yeah, you're supposed to be following that part of employment because that is where it's going. That is exactly where it's going.
What is the technology that is used for cooling? What is the technology that is used for maintenance and all these kind of things? Do some kind of upgrade yourself and have yourself sit down and waiting like a Zanana Mapapi. That from the time they say employment, you first in line. Don't wait until now you have to go and beg somebody to get a work and then when you see they hire all kind of people who qualify and put themselves in place. All of them complaining and quarreling. They only choosing friends and family and them kind of do teach talk. Get all yourself organized. Start doing all the research. I could give some advice as to the kind of jobs that it is required for these places, and because I working in a similar kind of environment where they need a lot of cooling systems and the type of technology and thing that is required and what you need to get. But I got to take up to what time. But sometimes people gotta pay for something. Yep. Have a good evening, fellas. Enjoy the rest of the day.
You too, bro.
Yeah.
I know right now Faris must be feeling that is a win for PNM. It is a win for them.
Yeah.
It is
You know, he don't win nothing.
Yeah, no, he don't win nothing. It
He
is a
don't
win,
win
but it's
nothing.
good thing it wasn't he.
He's one of the biggest members of the
and I
legal
want to
losers.
tell-
You know.
If I have to take it there, but I want to tell we good friendly that is a trending topic right now,
Yeah.
where every single young person was paying attention to it. Obi,
Yeah.
it was a talk for the last 10 days, the last 15 days. This was a talk on social media.
Well, not only that, young people are basically saying that it goes to show that if you have money, the law doesn't apply to you the same way. You know, that the appeal was granted. Because a lot of people don't feel that the appeal was granted off a legal merit. They believe that it was granted off of wealth and stature. You know? Caller, good afternoon.
Obi and Kingsley, good evening.
Yeah, good afternoon.
I can ask a stupid question, right?
There's no such thing as a stupid question.
All right, thank
That's a
you. How
stupid
long
question.
this man incarcerated?
Probably
What are
about
the
a month or less.
Yeah. But
If this man was so dependent on medication, right, and he hasn't gotten an ounce of medication up till now, wouldn't he have been dead or in the hospital by now?
Well, Faris is saying that he's somewhat mobily incapacitated, that he cannot walk because of the lack of medication. That is what Faris is saying.
So what would the people say if this man really get to home and we see him walking out of the prison?
Well, we wouldn't get to see him walking out of the prison.
he
He's
home
probably
already?
escorted,
No, he
and he was home already.
Yeah.
But like
Okay.
again, I do not believe. I do listen. There are certain people in government. I don't believe a word that comes out of their mouth, and Faulty Faris is one of them. That man,
Well, exactly the point
as far as
you're
I'm
trying to
concerned, he
Exactly
has
the
a
point
picture
I'm
next to lies in the dictionary. Is a picture of him.
You say government but
All right,
opposition,
all
right?
right, no problem.
Yeah.
He say government Obi but is opposition.
Well, yes,
And
opposition. Government is both sides.
Both sides, but
Government,
they could still,
yes,
yeah,
government.
say so. But we play our next game. I feel this one better because I want to hear we seen about the case. I want to follow the case on live radio right now.
I find you getting Faris. I don't too much play on this thing. You know.
play. Yeah, it's better.
Yes, so tell us. I know you would have given an update outside the court as well.
Part two of
What
it.
time do you expect to speak with your clients, and what do you expect coming out of this visit?
So the Court of Appeal has ordered the immediate release of our clients, and I'm here to ensure that that happens now. There's a process. I've sent the
Oh gosh, boy.
Take up the call. All right.
UNC, I'm proud.
UNC, I'm proud.
Good evening, brother.
Good
Obi,
evening.
brother Kingsley.
That's my
Yeah.
And Trinidad and Tobago, in Jesus' name,
Mm,
show me a liar, and I will show you a thief.
yeah.
Not me who say that is the court of the late Patrick Manning.
Yep.
But you hear what is the lawyer name? Faris already liar. How are we? Right?
Mm,
But the nice thing about him, he know the law so good, but he displayed 2 children with powerful rifle. He fabricate lie and is a fact with Vincent Nelson to falsely incarcerate and charge an ex-attorney general.
mm,
So what I want to ask, he acting now as an independent attorney and not as a PNM senator attorney, right? But you see, they feel smart and I foolish, right? But you know what I want to ask you two fellas, right? You see all these things we talking about. Me I want to hear about that, you know. I would like to say a pleasant good evening to the Member of Parliament for Faizabad and the Honorable Finance Minister Devendra Tanku. Because if Marshall Walker them know what the PNM leave behind, and that gentleman have to get up every morning by God's grace to see to get investment to come to this country and to balance the book, where Stuart Young and them give an energy company in South the whole of Petrotrin, I said the majority of it, and making billions of dollars quietly. Nobody have called it that name, you know. We revenue drop. It going in private pockets. Eh? But them see it now that they want to know where money coming from. Here what's going on, Obi. Here, I never ask you this now, right? If you're going on the road with your car and 5 people in the village stop here and say, give me a drop on the road, and they hand you $20, right? And when they go to the gas station now, that's $20 less. You have to put out of your pocket.
True.
Eh? So when these projects come, just like the LNG, you know, big LNG, they say how much the PNM bandit about. But in the end of it, look at build a solar panel farm. Eh? Where how much work it create? Eh? They build a travel bag company from China come and get point this land. Where's the revenue stream? But you know what the nice thing about it? When the UNC decide to put this country back to work, because 2 mega projects come on stream, the wheels of the economy will start to turn. Because while look, the people who sell a little chicken roti, a little bread and this and bread and sandwich, and sell on the side, there is money come, the grocery get, everybody get, and we get taxed. So we can still pay them people who make it noisy in the corporation and can't pay them hard to see look again. But Obi, I fed up with this misleading information, boy.
Well,
but here what's going on.
We had to debunk it. We had to take some more, UNC, I'm proud. Thanks.
Yeah, but one more before I go. Right? Yeah, this one. I wonder if Paris will use the bill, what they didn't fight for, and they stop out in the parliament to absorb the record. President, good evening.
Yeah, thanks.
Expressed are solely those of the hosts and callers and do not represent the views, policies, or official position of Talk City 91.1, its management, or affiliates.
UNC and probably we must play that.
And I'm here to ensure that the release happens in accordance with the order. There's a process that takes, so just to make sure that it's right, we'll head into the prison now and ensure that things are moving in the right direction. We'll be back in court tomorrow morning. We have Star Sanders matter, substantial matters on, and I very well expect an appeal in relation to this matter. So, of course, we continue to work. But most importantly,
yeah, just give the video and put the water back on it.
In an organized, disciplined sort of way to ensure that
you could barely hear what the man's saying, boy, Kingsley, boy. That is good. We're not supposed to hear the nonsense coming out of your mouth. Caller, good afternoon.
Caller, you're live.
Caller, good afternoon.
Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Well, Barapo hit a nail on the head there, you know. We have a lot of people complaining that they have work and they can't find work and all this kind of thing, right? But based on the AI data center, there would be approximately about 4,000 to 5,000 jobs that will be available when that comes on stream. Plus, recently, you know, we have something when I start up in San Fernando, that will be our next set of jobs as well. But the thing about it is this: if we know we have 4,000 or 5,000 jobs that are going to come on stream, you think all the people who complaining for jobs, if the government put programs in place now to train them to be able to go and take those jobs, they're supposed to go and make themselves available for training.
Yep.
So we would fill those vacancies when they come on stream.
You see, they wouldn't go and do that because they're too busy listening to PNM telling them that she put in the data center in DB for she people. So as far as they are concerned, that is for only people in DB.
All right, then, well, if it's only for people in DB, then people in DB go and take the training then?
Yeah, trust me. I can tell you they're going to do it. Some of them done training it already.
So we have the fact is this: everything that's supposed to come online, let we put things in place to train people, so they'll be there to absorb the vacancies when the vacancies become available.
Cool.
Even those in the programs that in the laboring programs, right? Because I was in one of those programs and I asked people in the team, I say, hey, what happening now? I say, anybody inside here, anyone already have a trade? Not one person have a trade. Anybody could do any kind of thing, like let me say, like welding or plumbing or mason or any kind of trade. Not one person. That one fella say he could do welding. And if he could do welding, partner, he can't be a good welder because he would not be there. Because it have places for welders outside. It have people who want welders.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah,
So we
caller.
need to put things in place to train people
Okay,
and
then,
train
caller.
them to do the jobs that come in on stream.
Okay, then.
That is the point.
Okay, thanks, caller.
Yeah, later.
And I would like to say pleasant good afternoon. What's going on? Caller, good afternoon.
Yeah, good evening again.
Mm-hmm.
So the PNM put out an online petition against the data center, right?
Yeah.
And I think they have something like 15,000 people sign up on that, right?
Right.
So I want to ask a question. Where that data being stored? Not in a data center somewhere?
Yeah.
So what is all the big deal about the data center?
Because they notice.
I just ask.
They notice.
You understand?
Yeah.
Tell me if it making sense now.
Yeah, they notice. Just like how they didn't know we already had data centers in the country. They notice. Thanks, caller.
Obi, I come here some days ago, Obi, and I want somebody send me that piece of clipping, and I tell
the Balizé juice clip.
The Balizé juice clip here.
Yeah.
And I tell the country that when Rowdy and them, or how to say it, when Rowdy and them push Manning out of opposition or out of political leader, and he was talking to his people.
Yeah.
This is what he said about Balizé House. This is what he said about Manning leaving Balizé House. They have all the economy, how the money was so. Play it now. I think about it up.
A banker called me and told me, hey, your party owes this bank $4 million. And if it's not paid, we will have to, the only asset the party had was Balizé House. So my first job as leader of the PNM was to save Balizé House. The second thing, I think was only that, PTSC sending a bill for $800,000. My first job as leader of the PNM was to save Balizé House. One of the first meetings I had was in a bank. Because a banker called me and told me, hey, your party owes this bank $4 million. And if it's not paid, we will have to, the only asset the party had was Balizé House. PTSC sending a bill for $800,000. TTT had whatever it's called, CNMG or what it's called, they had another bill for hundreds of thousands. And we have staff to pay in Balizé House. Now, you PNM member.
Okay. Listen, I don't know how you inside all my ears with Ketos and crap in it. But but we stick it on the topic of the Hadids and everything like that, right? So I see, even though we are allowed callers to go off on their own tangent today. These are the conditions that that the Hadid has to be under. Yes, his house arrest. So confinement to the home at 23 Pine Avenue, Bayshore, Westmoreland, to surrender their passports and other travel documents, to surrender all firearms in their possession, to surrender all communication devices, not to communicate with persons outside of the local address, whether directly or indirectly without prior approval from the Commissioner of Police, and not to attempt to leave home without the permission of the Commissioner of Police, not permitted to have visitors without prior approval of the Commissioner of Police, only listed approval medicals and legal practitioners and or caregivers are permitted entry to the home, to allow entry onto the premises by an authorized designated member of the TTPS at reasonable times to attend and conduct inspections and confirm compliance. Now, Kingsley, I'm not trying to throw the TTPS under the bus. I am not trying to throw anything anything that has to do with Trinidad and Tobago under the bus. But
be careful, right? Deal with what in the public domain or what they
right, well, right. But I will stand 10 toes down on this. Mrs. Bisasa, because you are now in certain cahoots with Mr. Trump, because we have Secret Service and Navy SEALs and all these people coming to Trinidad and whatever, it is time that Trinidad and Tobago starts to outsource specific help and support when it comes to these things. Now, I am not saying that there aren't genuinely good officers in the TTPS, but I also know that there are officers in the TTPS whose morals can be, how should I say, compromised for the right price. I believe in certain cases like this, we should have an external entity that isn't aligned with our local service or force when it comes to matters of this sensitivity. Right? And again, I am not trying to take away from the TTPS, but I am just saying to a certain extent, I do not trust these people in specific scenarios. I know that wealth is a thing that you see down to the most basic thing when it comes to the internet. Kingsley, if Kingsley and I was to get arrested, you will see our name, our full name, we picture where we live in, and everything broadcast over every papers and social media. But when they get arrested a prominent businessman, anonymous. They never have a name on it. It's always a prominent businessman from so and so. And then you have to dig and go through all kind of red tape to find out who the individual name is. It is a total nonsense movement when it comes to them versus us. So in cases like that, I do not feel like our TTPS officers alone are enough to deal with the sensitivity of these kind of issues. I think that a certain capacity, the moral and the integrity of our officers can be compromised at time. And this is why I'm saying this to the members of the TTPS who will be listening to the show, because I have my partners who will be listening to the show. I am begging you all, please, do not compromise your morals and integrity in this case. If it is that these people are guilty, the court will prove that, the evidence will prove that. If they are innocent, they will go scot-free and they will be free to do whatever they want to do to the state after. But the reality of it is, we have to make sure that there is no compromise in their situation being home, because this is not a privilege that the little black boy on the block does get. When the little black boy or the little black girl get locked up, or the little Indian boy or the little Indian girl get locked up, them are go inside and lime and lemon until whenever they call. They don't get to say they're sick. It's so funny Faris fighting on the grounds that people sick. I wonder if Faris know how many little black boys and Indian boys sitting down and Indian girls sitting down in jail, and even sitting down in jail right now and they're sick like a dog and they can't even get a Panadol. But again, all you go argue the point that the man's sick and he need meds. There are people with heart condition, it are people with sickle cell in jail, it are people with all kind of thing going on with them in jail, right in remand. And they can't get to come home, much less to get medication sent to them. But again, who are more corn, feed more fowl. And that is the reality of it. What do you say, Kingsley?
Well, yeah, and it is the facts. And you see, I just, because case like these kind of cases, I follow it, and I say that today that I wait to hear again what the government is going to do. If they're going to appeal the case, what is the next move for the AG? What is the next move? What is the next step? So I wait today to hear, because I'm now checking the social media to see if we have any release, what the government have to say about that. Because as I said to our listeners and our base, that this is that talking point. They believe that they get a victory. I can tell you that. They believe it is a PNM victory too. Because they turn everything into politics. They want a win. They want something to say. And as I said, the narrative was done or seen already. These people would have come out. They were saying that they cannot hold these people. And we see it in the face. That was the talk. These big fish ain't staying there for long. Why is it have young boys sit down in the cell? We can't buy a lawyer too. We can't pay for a lawyer. A SCO, a king council, a queen council. They can't go England and buy somebody, bring in a king who's speaking proper English. And I want to thank, every time we done this program, there's all kind of people doing program off of we program. I want to thank you because without us coming here on evenings, you have no
PNM people.
You have no program to go on your YouTube and TikTok to go on to talk about. But Obi, the fact again to me that I want to raise that case day, and I don't know if I have a break because I have some thing to play that with the Prime Minister and acting Prime Minister must have a phone call for Venezuela and our Prime Minister. You see, this country is going ahead. This country is going ahead. We are going after the high-collar criminals. We are going after the low man. Once seen criminal activities, we are coming after you. We are bringing back this country. We are saving this country. This country right now, everybody want to come here. But she knows she have to come. She have to. You have wealth. They need Trinidad and Tobago.
Everybody want to come here and I want to leave. Alien 224. If you happen to hear the airwaves, please come back Trinidad and pick me up.
Come on, drop along on something and pick up
and
right
pick
here.
Me up, please. Pick me up, please.
Obi, friends and family, we ain't coming for 10 and 15 years. They're planning to come back here.
Yeah.
Independence Day, we're coming. Visitors will be coming back in this country.
Yeah. Let me tell you something. If people not seeing the progress the country is making, that is because they choose not to see it. There is a lot of progress taking place.
Anyone saying in this country that can't get a job, and that's why I wouldn't have the can't get a job, it had jobs.
And look, I have a friend. He was supposed to call in on the show yesterday from Texas. He lives right next to a data center.
If you say you want government job, is that different? What job you want? What kind of job you want? What you could do? But say it's not job in the country. When I say that it's not job in the country, I must come here every day and repeat myself. I get that. Oh
yeah,
that I can pay for.
That's what you pay for.
But I must no, because what job you want? You want a government job?
Kingsley.
Because when you tell me that it's not a job in the country,
Kingsley, you know why
what do you mean by that?
Every day? Because every morning there's a bunch of jobless people who wake up and go on an app and discuss us who go to work every day.
What do you mean by it's not job? Obi, explain it. There's a PNM school they went. What do you mean it's not job? What do you mean? It can't get a job?
No, correction. It's no job that them like.
Oh.
They too good to put on a Subway uniform. They're too good to put on a McDonald's uniform. They're too good to put on a security uniform. That is above them.
I must come and tell you that we open a keep program. The go and build a data center. Go and learn to do whatever. AI and these kind of things. I must come and tell that. Okay, well, let me tell you that. Go and learn. Go and learn to do.
Kingsley, let me tell you something. For me to learn video editing, believe it or not, one of my brethren, he do video editing for here. I learned video editing from an online school. And right after I learn it, no, I am not the best video editor out there. I'm still learning, still going to school.
Yeah.
The school put us into Fiverr. Fiverr is an online site where you could find jobs and you could find different things that people offering for work. There is a young man on TikTok. He was the first person I saw was doing it. He was editing short video clips of little anime and cartoon and thing, and he was doing it for $10 and $20 a US.
It have ways to make money.
Plenty ways to make money.
I never know them boys and them who has wipe the windows of them. There's go me talking about $500-$600 a day.
Yeah, they just make money.
$500-$600 a day. That's
why if you come out every day and do it?
They come early morning and leave
And if they were to just change their dress code, neaten up themselves,
and some of them
they could make twice as much.
And some of them be more respectful. It has about
out of time.
But I have no problem with these young men looking for it on this side hustle.
But look, look the song I played earlier on, the new opening song.
Yeah.
The DJ that was mixing that song, that girl is probably about 15 or 16 years old, you know. Bobo and Beans the boy is a young artist. Very talented. Started off singing the little Trinidad thing and he switched to gospel now.
You know, right now we need summertime, right?
You'd supposed to be dropping music like that and keeping a little thing.
Right, but we need summertime, right? Obi. Them time now, so I don't know, my time going up, summertime come, we're going to look for work.
Yeah.
We're going to look for work.
In all them stores in town.
In the stores, in the groceries.
Yeah.
In the stores in town. Do something, go and climb a tree.
But you see, they would say that Venezuela nationals take all those jobs. That is what they would say.
I won't say it here now because after the it. It has some Trinidad people lazy. Some.
Yeah.
And I believe majority. I believe majority. And I mean, it have hard working Chinese people like me and you, of course, and many others. But Trinidad people, some of them, they are too lazy in this country. I had, and I have a video, and trust me, I wish it was radio friendly that I could have played it, but it's not. Edit it?
Nah, it's too much. No, he's not cussing, but he uses the N-word a lot. And the video, the guy was explaining the difference between blacks and the N-words. And then he said the N-words. He said the N-words with ER and the N-words with AS is two different N-words. But he broke it down. And I said I would put it up on my platform. So if anybody want to see it, I'll put it up on Opinion Box Media in the morning. And you all can check it out on Facebook. Opinion Box Media on Facebook. You all can check it out to see it there. But when the guy broke down the video, the first thing I said, I was like, this is Trinidad and Tobago in a nutshell, right? And this is the majority of the PNM voter base in a nutshell.
Obi, again, I asked the country where it have no jobs. Where you seen it have no jobs?
It'll work. And the thing is, you can make yourself marketable. People just limit themselves with the skill and talent.
Let me show you how I will expose them here now. I will expose the deceitfulness this country have. The people what they have against this government, right?
Right.
Obi, you know. Okay, I will say it so first. You seen any companies, French fries?
Don't worry, call us. We coming to you. They go get 5 minutes calling. We calling to you.
Leaving this country?
No.
You ain't seen nobody leaving this country?
No.
There's a big restaurant where people love to go. In America.
Yeah.
I think that is the name.
I hope and Applebee's coming through here.
Companies are coming to invest.
Exactly.
Work.
Why would I invest in a company if I don't see that the nation is
country?
Growing? Yeah.
And you know, Obi, right now, work with people. Work, they got to train workers. So it have work in the country.
Yeah.
So when we call us
it
calling
just do a work that they want to do.
Right. When we call and say that people no, you must dismiss that those calling and say it so. We know it have jobs in the country. Yeah. We know what kind of work they want. As you think the call for coming out, they can't work they want.
They want to reach home for 8 and go home by 4. Call a good afternoon.
Obi safe.
Evening, gentlemen. How are you going?
We just did quiet fighting the fight.
Oh, God, so you continue because there's propaganda these people spreading about this data center. But all you don't even know where the data center going to be built. I suppose the people building the data center and the government say you have to build a data.
Half of them who complaining about data center can't even spell it.
Yeah, but all of them who talking about data center on YouTube, where you feel YouTube using to store them things, data, everybody have a Google account, Apple account, all these different things.
Yeah.
So people stop people stop need to listening to misinformation because the power plant down in Point Lisa, we pay for power, a certain amount of power that they're not using every year.
True.
So they need to divert that to the power, the data center and all these different things.
Yeah.
And the original desalination plant was the built to supply the Point Lisa facility. And people don't know these things.
Yeah.
But enjoy your night, right?
Yeah, man, brother. Thank you. We will take 2 more and then we will go to some ads.
And Obi, as you saying that companies are coming in the country.
Yeah. Why? You see, and that is something people don't understand. If people companies will come to invest when they see that your GDP is on the rise, you know.
And what I hear,
and that is what going on.
What I hear will be that French fries. I ask them what it is this about.
It's a premium breakfast establishment and stuff. Good afternoon, caller.
Obi, Kingsley, and all the listeners and the director.
Yes, man.
I hear Taipan say, elder making cheese boy and they have she incarcerated.
Yeah. Tanti does say Tanti is a cheese maker.
You're making so much money and selling cheese. And you're living in a gated high-rise.
Yeah, she's selling Anka New Zealand, chara.
Right. Explain your words.
But I know cheese also does be something else too that is referred to as cheese, eh?
Yeah. and all your cousin Foster, he found out what the APIS is, Advanced Information System, Passenger System.
Yeah.
So as soon as the board the plane where he coming from, as he land in the airport, they pick him up, and Marvin want to know who take out the picture. You know why they take out the picture? That's sensible. Because they ducking from receiving the request for information. They went Bali's the police, nobody was there. So they make sure it's a double whammy. They make sure
they greet him by the airport
to see that they were safe.
Yeah.
Simple.
Well, he probably went to see what mattress he could get from Lentil and Sita.
Listen, nobody sending some voice note, but we go play them
we
long.
Play that after.
So listen, nobody when we come back.
We go hit up with them voice notes after. Yeah. So people, we going for a quick break. We will be back shortly.
We're going up to the
time, straight up the playway.
The playway, and we back.
Yeah, and we will be back shortly.
Yours is Talk City 91.1 FM, the leading talk station in Trinidad and Tobago, because nobody delivers conversations like we do. Start your mornings with Ground Report. Andy Pitbull Williams, Lennox Smith, and Nigel Snipes setting the agenda from 6 to 9 a.m. Then it's Off the Record with Stefan Reese and Mr. X, Fearless Talk, and the issues everybody's discussing. Stay connected with Sharon. Take it front with Officer Shabadi. Go beyond limits with Roland Stewart. Drive home with Heavy Duty and David Welch on Under the Radar. And wrap up your day with Kingsley and OB on The Wrap Up. Real talk, real people, real Trinidad and Tobago. Listen live on Talk City 91.1 FM and follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Talk City 91.1 FM, the #1 talk station in Trinidad and Tobago.
The excitement of world football ignites with the final VAR. Victories, analysis, reviews, the goals, the calls, the experts are on the ball. The final VAR, live on Thursdays from 8:30 p.m. on TTT and TTT Live Online, starting June 11th.
From July 16th to August 1st, Tobago comes alive with its greatest celebration of culture, history, and tradition, the Tobago Heritage Festival 2026. Talk City 91.1 FM invites you to journey with us as we discover the people, places, and stories behind this remarkable festival. Here's today's feature.
The Tobago Heritage Festival is much more than a series of cultural shows. It is Tobago's largest annual celebration of history, traditions, and community spirit. Created in the mid-1980s to preserve the island's unique customs, the festival brings Tobago's past to life through music, dance, storytelling, food, and folklore. Unlike many festivals that take place in one location, the Tobago Heritage Festival spreads across villages throughout the island. Each community proudly presents its own traditions, giving visitors an authentic look at Tobagonian life and culture. This year's festival runs from July 16th to August 1st, 2026, celebrating the importance of community, togetherness, and cultural identity. The Tobago Heritage Festival 2026, keeping Tobago's rich heritage alive for future generations.
Tobago Heritage Festival 2026. Let we tell the whole story.
Bruh, you know, I have a bone to pick with you. You still supporting that side, yeah?
Obviously, till the day I die.
But you really think they could win our title again?
You do know we are the defending champions. We have a player that's going to have a fairy tale ending. You do know that we come with a lot of experience and a whole bunch of youngsters.
Yeah, but sentiments don't win your World Cups.
You know what? I'm not having this with you right now. I'll see you on the final VAR.
Catch all the action on the final VAR right here on TTT and TTT Live online from 8:30 p.m. starting Thursday, 11 June 2026.
From July 16th to August 1st, Tobago comes alive with its greatest celebration of culture, history, and tradition, the Tobago Heritage Festival 2026. Talk City 91.1 FM invites you to journey with us as we discover the people, places, and stories behind this remarkable festival. Here's today's feature.
Some stories are written in books. Others live in the hearts and memories of a people. One of Tobago's most famous folk legends is that of Gangang Sara, a mysterious African woman said to have flown across the Atlantic and settled in the village of Golden Lane. According to the legend, she possessed the power of flight, but after living in Tobago and eating salt, she lost her ability to return home. Her story has been passed down through generations and remains one of the island's most treasured pieces of folklore. During the Tobago Heritage Festival, visitors gather in Golden Lane to hear the tale brought to life through storytelling and cultural presentations. It is a reminder that heritage is not only found in historical records, but also in the stories people share from one generation to the next. This is Tobago's oral tradition at its finest, and in 2026, Tobago invites you to hear it for yourself.
Tobago Heritage Festival 2026. Let we tell the whole story.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health, and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
Why is Talk City 91.1 FM the leading talk station in Trinidad and Tobago? Because nobody delivers conversations like we do. Start your mornings with Ground Report. Andy Pitbull Williams, Lennox Smith, and Nigel Snipes setting the agenda from 6 to 9 a.m. Then it's Off the Record with Stefan Reese and Mr. X, Fearless Talk, and the issues everybody's discussing. Stay connected with Sharon. Take it front with Officer Shabadi. Go beyond limits with Roland Stewart. Drive home Time with Heavy Duty and David Welch on Under the Radar. And wrap up your day with Kingsley and OB on The Wrap Up. Real talk, real people, real Trinidad and Tobago. Listen live on Talk City 91.1 FM and follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Talk City 91.1 FM, the #1 talk station in Trinidad and Tobago.
The excitement of world football ignites with the final VAR. Victories, analysis, reviews, the goals, the calls, the experts are on the ball. The final VAR, live on Thursdays from 8:30 p.m. on TTT and TTT Live Online, starting June 11th.
From July 16th to August 1st, Tobago comes alive with its greatest celebration of culture, history, and tradition, the Tobago Heritage Festival 2026. Talk City 91.1 FM invites you to journey with us as we discover the people, places, and stories behind this remarkable festival. Here's today's feature.
The Tobago Heritage Festival is much more than a series of cultural shows. It is Tobago's largest annual celebration of history, traditions, and community spirit. Created in the mid-1980s to preserve the island's unique customs, the festival brings Tobago's past to life through music, dance, storytelling, food, and folklore. Unlike many festivals that take place in one location, the Tobago Heritage Festival spreads across villages throughout the island. Each community proudly presents its own traditions, giving visitors an authentic look at Tobagonian life and culture. This year's festival runs from July 16th to August 1st, 2026, celebrating the importance of community, togetherness, and cultural identity. The Tobago Heritage Festival 2026, keeping Tobago's rich heritage alive for future generations.
Tobago Heritage Festival 2026. Let we tell the whole story.
Bruh, you know, I have a bone to pick with you. You still supporting that side, yeah?
Obviously, till the day I die.
But you really think they could win our title again?
You do know we are the defending champions. We have a player that's going to have a fairy tale ending. You do know that we come with a lot of experience and a whole bunch of youngsters.
Yeah, but sentiments don't win your World Cups.
You know what? I'm not having this with you right now. I'll see you on the final VAR.
Catch all the action on the final VAR right here on TTT and TTT Live Online from 8:30 p.m. starting Thursday, 11 June 2026.
From July 16th to August 1st, Tobago comes alive with its greatest celebration of culture, history, and tradition, the Tobago Heritage Festival 2026. Talk City 91.1 FM invites you to journey with us as we discover the people, places, and stories behind this remarkable festival. Here's today's feature.
Some stories are written in books. Others live in the hearts and memories of a people. One of Tobago's most famous folk legends is that of Gangang Sara, a mysterious African woman said to have flown across the Atlantic and settled in the village of Golden Lane. According to the legend, she possessed the power of flight, but after living in Tobago and eating salt, she lost her ability to return home. Her story has been passed down through generations and remains one of the island's most treasured pieces of folklore. During the Tobago Heritage Festival, visitors gather in Golden Lane to hear the tale brought to life through storytelling and cultural presentations. It is a reminder that heritage is not only found in historical records, but also in the stories people share from one generation to the next. This is Tobago's oral tradition at its finest, and in 2026, Tobago invites you to hear it for yourself.
Tobago Heritage Festival 2026. Let we tell the whole story.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health, and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today. Exclusively on TTT.
Why is Talk City 91.1 FM the leading talk station in Trinidad and Tobago? Because nobody delivers conversations like we do. Start your mornings with Ground Report. Andy Pitbull Williams, Lennox Smith, and Nigel Snipes setting the agenda from 6 to 9 a.m. Then it's Off the Record with Stefan Reese and Mr. X, Fearless Talk, and the issues everybody's discussing. Stay connected with Sharon. Ticket Front with Officer Shabadi. Go Beyond Limits with Roland Stewart. Drive home with Heavy Duty and David Welch on Under the Radar. And wrap up your day with Kingsley and OB on The Wrap Up. Real talk, real people, real Trinidad and Tobago. Listen live on Talk City 91.1 FM and follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Talk City 91.1 FM, the #1 talk station in Trinidad and Tobago.
The excitement of world football ignites with the final VAR. Victories, analysis, reviews, the goals, the calls, the experts are on the ball. The final VAR, live on Thursdays from 8:30 p.m.
This is the good news of Jesus Christ. What's going on? No steam at the gospel of war. God was nailed on a bleeding cross. Die for the rich and die for the poor. Forgive your sins and I see them no more. Oh, you could ask what you need them for. Satan, children, bong. All of them that under the law, Satan bring them down eternal grace. Make me scream and shout. Die for my sins, them down in the grave. And then he rise out, I see the faith. I see the faith. That Jesus out the grave. Out the grave. And Jesus say, if you believe you're saved. If you believe you're saved. I feel to dance. I feel to dance. Renew my heart. Oh, what a God I serve. What to do? Stamp up your feet. Dance to the beat. Why? He already saved my soul. What's going on?
As TTT Limited Media Network and Digicel prepare for Game On, the finale, the ultimate watch party on Sunday, July 19th, members of the public are advised of the following restrictions. No unauthorized vending will be permitted along Maraval Road between Marley Street and Alcalazar Street during the event. We repeat, no vending will be allowed unless you have received prior authorization from the event organizers. This restriction applies to all individuals and businesses seeking to sell food and beverages and merchandise or any other goods and services within the event footprint. Please be advised that any person found operating without authorization will be asked to cease operations and will be removed from the area by the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service. We thank you for your cooperation and support as we work to ensure a safe, organized and enjoyable experience for everyone attending. Game On, the finale, Sunday, July 19th. Don't just watch it, experience it. So yeah, people, we are back. The Wrap It Up show with Obi and Kingsley. And here we're going on. So all you hear the rules, right? So please make sure that when all you come, do not shalom sweeting. Make sure and do not come down here and try to sell nothing at our program. Come and enjoy the football. It will have food and drinks here to be purchased and stuff. It have an open bar. All you come with all your family, come with all your friends, especially if all you don't get all your tickets from Island E-tickets, and it's free, right, Kingsley?
Yeah, free.
Free as a bird. You understand? But we put in we foot down. There will be no selling of tulum, nut cake, sugar cake, nothing to try to jumpstart the building or the Balize building. So don't come here to try to sell none of them things. You know all it is. Good. So yeah, Kingsley, we back on the second half of the show here.
You know, we tell nobody, we'll give him the voice note to play.
Yeah, man, nobody. So take it away with your voice note. One time citizen, nobody.
Even nobody here. I hardly ever get to hear the show this evening I have. So I want to touch on the AI thing, but first, the situation of the Hadids and all that. And the many strange and curious things that are all happening at the same time. But saying that this current government is in the process of conducting warfare against corrupt institutions within our white economy and our black economy. And you better believe there is a black economy.
Yeah.
I do not think that the Hadids should have been allowed to go home. because when you look at what they were accused of, plotting to assassinate basically members of the government. And when you follow that breadcrumb train into the realm of the black economy, then the people tied up in that industry, in that world, are not beyond taking out problems, cleaning up messes. Yeah? They are not beyond cleaning up messes. This thing with the Hadith is a mess for them. There are many more messes happening right now. The people involved in this thing are not beyond cleaning up messes, because this government, I call it the Hydra and the Dragon. This government is about slaying the Hydra as, let's call it government corruption that has been entrenched in this country for a very long time by a particular political party. And the Dragon is the illicit trade in drugs that is washed within our very economy. So our economy is dependent on this black economy. And within the last 10 years, certainly, introduced into all of that is also black market oil. And internationally, I've said this many times, there is a nexus between the trade of black market oil, black market drugs, and United States dollars. And everything you see happening now, these very strange and curious things that we thought we will never see, the reason they are happening is because of the United States government, because a US dollar is an IOU to the United States Treasury, and the Treasury Department has a problem with some of that money right now. Who has it in their hands and why and how they got it? What did they trade to get that money in their hands? That's why all of this is happening. And you better believe when those people are in a corner, backed into a corner, they are not above cleaning up messes. We're in a strange time and place, people. Curious times. You have to start looking at things from, outside of the forest so that you can see the trees. Nobody again. So on the AI thing, yet again, we have where our politics, sadly, is about warfare between two mega parties. And what clearly one party has done is to start to use its influence in the media and to activate its base against a project that I think will be brilliant for this country. Because when you're in the petrochemical world, the thing you want to do is to get as far downstream as possible. You take raw oil and raw gas and convert it to something, and then that something feeds another industry, and that industry feeds another industry. And one of the best industries are getting to now that is actually tied to energy, which is, of course, for the most part in the world, an oil and gas thing, is to get into data centers. Because data centers fuel a world that does not exist, right? The cloud and artificial intelligence. These are almost mythical things, because for them to exist in virtual reality, you have to have some infrastructure in reality, and those things are called data centers, especially on artificial intelligence. And here it is, we are at the cusp of converting our petrochemical industry into this artificial intelligence and data mining and data center industry. Brilliant. That is as far as you go in the current state of economy in the whole world. Okay, there's no better chain of pearls that lead you to wealth than what we're doing right now. And you have those who are being easily led by the nose to believe that there's something bad about it. Energy is not going to be a problem. We have done gas turbines in this country for decades to power specific projects. We've done that. And we will very quickly get into solar and wind. Water is not a problem. We are drawing in it from the sky. We are on an island surrounded by water. Again, we have done industrial water for industrial purposes, desalination plants. We've done that for decades. They don't need that for these things. You just need to dig some ponds, collect some water, and treat it. And as far as the environmental impact, for goodness sakes, of all the industry we are involved in now, that data mining will be the least of environmental impacts, depending on how you do it, especially on the cooling systems. Okay? Once you do it closed system, and you make sure and treat the water properly, and you don't cheap out and do the Chinese way and dunk the whole thing in water, right? And have all the cadmium leaking out and leaching out. Once you don't do that, you're fine. So again, people are being led by the nose. In the abundance of water, a fool is thirsty.
And that's the question they were now asking. He said that he do not agree with the Adins and them being with this. And I sure many people I'm thinking like him and support what he's saying there. But the court rule, we cannot.
We can't say nothing. You understand? We can't say nothing. The way how it goes.
Nothing at all.
The way how it goes. Is one rule for one and another for someone else, and it is what it is. I know there's a lot of prisoners right now who in Raymond right now would love for the opportunity to get to come home on house arrest, put up their foot,
hug up the wifey, stay your mates to come in and you can meet them. You are now house arrest.
Life sweet, eh, boy?
Life still sweet.
Life sweet for them, boy.
Nothing. And before we go on break again, because we have to make sure that this people understand what really taking place here. And they can't call and say, Kingsley, what you're saying that nobody coming in the country and invest. But they will go on the propaganda show and say that because nobody go and call in and challenge them. I definitely go and call in. You think?
Yeah, but to have a propaganda show, you have to have more than 100 people listening to you.
And that's it. And that's it. And stop making all that noise behind the background.
Let we call it what it is now, propaganda echo chamber.
Yep.
Because it's only themselves they be talking to. But but people, that I understand how it is, and like I said, just like this is my view, the same way with Seal, with Sealy and everything, the court will have its day. You understand? And that is what it is. We have to sit back and just watch how this plays out. But at the same time, I am glad to see that for a change, we are going after alleged white collar crime.
I know what they with Farris say, I cannot talk about that much. Why did he didn't advise noisemaker that?
Because you see, they can't advise noisemaker that because they needed she to make noise.
Okay.
You notice she go on silent right now and everything in the PNM. Let me tell you something. You have to pay attention to everybody who missing. Rara missing. Mega Baby missing. You notice since after that faux pas he said on the podium, you ain't nothing about he again. Yeah. It's like they hide he quite in the back of the PNM shed. They put him in the back. They say, hey, you go in the back there and hush your cow. Don't come out and say that thing. You understand?
Nothing at all.
Don't say nothing at all. Because right now, you make we not sure if any of the Indian people in PNM voted for you right now because of what you say. So go in the back and hush your cow. So that's what going to see.
Yeah, we hope so. Yeah, we hope this because these people them in the PNM, as Roland said already that the Indians in the PNM is more high than the UNC Indians. So
Really?
I believe they sell out for money.
Nah,
and
man,
for
don't do
country.
me that, man. Don't do me that, man.
Money
Don't
man
do
for
me
country.
Don't
I
do
mean,
me
so we
that.
are
I
taking
don't
a
believe
cause.
that.
We'll take some cause.
Yeah,
Yes,
man.
we
We
will.
open up them phone lines
Take
one
some
time.
cause.
We open up them
With
phone
1FM now, 622-4911. WhatsApp us at 394-4911.
Tomorrow it's free up.
Any
Right.
views or opinions expressed are solely those of the hosts and callers and do not represent the views, policies, or official position of Talk City 91.1, its management, or affiliates.
Speaking of that, I was supposed to tell my sexy mule good afternoon. I saw her in the chat earlier on.
In chat.
Yes, it's real. So read whole something now. Whole something. Whole something, I love you. Read whole something now. Yeah, so yeah, boy. Ooh, we're going at you. So yeah, but it's so people in the second hour here, we talking about the jobs you're saying with the youths and the jobs. So we have IHOP and Applebee's coming into this country. There's a lot of work in the private sector.
And I just said that I was asking because I know about that. When I see it had to go viral on social media.
Well, yeah.
And when I ask about it, they say everybody leave Trinidad, they want to go there. Because they say it's a steak and thing. It's a
family.
Yeah.
Applebee's has a history of being a family restaurant.
So it's something like a TGI.
Yeah.
You could go and order some fries and some steak.
But it just has a history of being a family-oriented space. So...
And I hear it's expensive.
No, it's not. It's more on the cheaper end in terms of it's not one of their peak restaurants to see.
Yeah.
But it has a certain standard.
Yeah.
But of course, because it comes in Trinidad, it will have a certain financial markup.
No, but because how people is talking about it,
right?
They're putting it up there.
Right.
As I tell you,
based on where it's gonna be,
trending right
it's
now,
gonna be in Grand Bazaar, and
yeah.
Grand Bazaar does have a certain standard. But my thing is this: I saw that they were saying that there are some smaller businesses that might feel threatened by them. I don't think smaller businesses has a reason to be threatened in any way. That Applebee's is coming.
Upgraded thing or drop the prices down?
No. They don't even have to adjust the prices. Let me tell you what I've noticed. There's a market for everybody.
You know what too? You need love fast food, so
yeah, there's a market for everybody. Because look, even with the whole controversy with this cookie thing that is going on, with $500 being for cookies, my concept on it was this. I didn't get around to making a video, but my concept is, listen, if the cookies is $500 and you can't afford it, just don't buy it. That is just life. You see.
No, but why would you buy a cookie?
It's 12 cookies.
Right.
12 gourmet cookies for $500.
Right. Why would you do that? And your salary is small like mine's.
Well, right. Yeah, well, hold on. Yeah. Because if that is the argument you are going with, you have to understand that trainees who have the lowest salary tends to spend their money on the most exorbitant nonsense they could find. This is not fact. This is not fiction. This is facts. Because majority of the young people as we seen on the avenue with bottle of head, see in their hand, the salary, it's small. It's small. And this was my argument with that. I felt like my mindset. Okay, we have a call on the line. Yeah. Caller, good afternoon. Hey, long time, boy, Granny. Good afternoon.
How are you going?
We just there. We asked for you the other day because we didn't hear you in a bit, so we wanted to make sure you was okay.
Yeah, Granny there, man. Granny going good enough.
Right, man.
Yeah, I want to say this. Now, those Indians, but they in the PNM, Mirage, I said call me Mirage and La and Sandeep, all of them. You know, when Dal old and Black Eye old, and they old and they're good at all, Weaver does get into it. Then like Weaver that get into Dal and Black Eye is, they're good at all. They're good.
Yes, Granny. Hey, Granny. You too, Granny. You stay well.
Kingsley, I believe you just talk like me, you know.
Oh my gosh. Yes, Granny.
I support Trump all.
Okay, then.
Support Trump all.
They support a good man.
Yeah, I go.
Tell them that they support a good man.
Okay,
once they support Trump, they support Kamala. Okay? So we have listen, nobody again hit we next one. So nobody hit we next one.
Nobody again, one more thing. So what amazes me right now is that this current government is in the process of dismantling a white economy. Even our white economy was corrupt. A corrupt white economy. A corrupt black economy. Okay? And simultaneously, they're trying to introduce a whole new economy to replace that. Okay? To replace, because this country for decades have lived with what I call a dragon. Understanding fully well that dragons feed on blood. And for decades, we fed it the blood of our sons. We knew what was going on in this country, what was happening in our black market economy, what was being traded, okay? What was coming into the country, being washed and then shipped back out in bags, right? We even knew that tied in with that was an illicit trade in oil. Yes, the tanker turnover in Tobago was poof. We know all of that. These are big international things that we were involved in. This government is in the process of dismantling all of that. And the Trinidadian is squealing because he is being starved. Because those systems are set up so that if you try to take off the heads, those at the bottom feeding off of the excrement that the heads would have eaten are going to also starve. And they're going to rail up. It's a brilliant design. You cannot hurt the heads without hurting the bottom. So if the Trinidadian at the bottom wants to continue to feed the dragon, that black market dragon, the blood of your sons, with the expectation of getting a little food from it, right? Then go right ahead. You better believe people are going to start to ask back for that dragon. But for those of you all who can see the light at the end of the tunnel and hold out long enough to finally slay that dragon, because we have help. We have big help from the outside for the first time, from the US. And you better believe it's their actions that are bringing us to this point. They blow up boats. You know, these things happen. So this country can be at the cusp, at the dawn of a whole different and brighter tomorrow if we can resist the temptation of asking back for the dragon just to feed on the excrement of the dragon. I think we can feed on much better food if we hold out just a little bit longer.
Okay then. Caller, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Obi.
Good afternoon, brother.
Kingsley, brother.
Big brother.
Good afternoon, Kingsley.
Yes, sir. I need for a day or two, man.
Yeah, boy. I listen to all your boy every evening, boy.
I know that.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, and You know, when election done in Kingsley, remember you get shitty title, the mother of the nation. And up on the east-west corridor, she's the mother for there too.
Yep.
Yeah.
And if certain leaders fail, she had to take up the mantle. Yeah, Obi. And we had to advocate for our office up there. I hear he was talking about it. It needed to reach the people and them up there. Because from the 10-year-old to the 18-year-old, they didn't put themselves in that predicament.
True.
And we cannot leave them to grow up in that predicament.
True.
Kingsley, you know the scene up there. For a brother who up in the 1 or 2 or 3 gangs, it's hard for them to come out and access these programs, even if it exists, even if the godly woman call this program. It's going to be hard for them to exist.
Yeah.
For them to get at it now, Obi.
Yeah.
Because the border exists.
Yep, because the border exists.
If some of the children and them bright, some of them cooking football, and some of them what they call perfectly done or proud done or what. The resources
The
had to go to them still.
people want to. The people have to want that change, my brother. They say, I mean, the people have to want that change. They say how I did want that change, and I make that change. You have to have that encouragement to want that change, because you can't give us something and you want to change. You go within
Kingsley, you did want change, right?
Yep.
And you fight for that change, right?
Yep.
But look how much fight on you get, brother.
Yeah.
He's still getting fired on. We get fired on every day.
So you check a youth man in 6 or 7 or trying to come out of that thing. How you come out of that? You will get fired on because you remember his gang member, political affiliate too.
It's easy to join, but it's very hard to leave.
Yeah, but yeah. I know everybody. Like, I'm not a doctor or lawyer, but I'm proud from from Lavantil. But you have to have a mindset, and you have to have a mindset to know that what to believe in. Don't care what people tell you. You can't do this, you can't do that. You love it, you believe in it, go for it.
Yeah.
The government had to take the first step.
And listen to me.
And stretch your hand.
Big brother.
Yeah.
I have a partner who I respect, an elderly person. Obi, 10 times smaller than him. 10 times smaller than him.
Put some respect on me. I'm very huge.
No, you're huge. 10 times smaller than him. He's all big. And this man leave Trinidad and surviving. He have his own house. He have his own business. He doing well. He paying taxes to America. And he start from a little store in America, sitting down there all day, but he got in a jewelry store. Now he doing good. He have a house and all in Trinidad and Tobago. So it's your mindset and what you believe in. It's not that you feel that they could sit down and they could come to you. So it doesn't matter the job.
When he fish net drag, 1, 2 nas get escape. But the majority nas get catch.
My brother, it have people, the youths, afraid of some jobs. They're afraid to, like, I'll make an example. If you go and do skirty work, it have people, youths don't want to wear the skirty close to, I'm going to work. I know some just hide it in the bag.
Yeah.
No,
hide it
can't be security.
in the bag.
It can't be security. It can't be the minimum wage. It cannot be the minimum
Do
against
that.
minimum
That's
wage.
pay good.
Kingsley.
Why it can't be minimum wage?
It cannot
That's
be
no, but that's start.
2 and 3 car OB.
What?
Yeah, but that's start.
If you're traveling 2 cars to reach to the security thing, and you check the minimum wage and you have a child, how that makes sense?
Bro, okay, listen, we can't keep you online, but I will talk off. So, okay, brother, so let me tell you something. Why I can't agree with your statements, right? And I know heavy to say, don't bring your personal life into this thing, but I believe all of us had to do we show with different ways. So I like to tell my stories. Bro, I was working at EBSL. That is Samuel Stafford Security Company when my sons came into this world. And I didn't get one. I get 2. 2. Here I telling you, before I got into NGC, I was working security. That is why I've told people I've done it all. All. Here I telling you. For you to tell me that you can't survive on minimum wage, firstly, very few security companies in Trinidad and Tobago does pay minimum wage. Most security companies pay over minimum wage. From amalgamated, go right down. Plus, while you're there, you could become a precepted officer and you could end up with more money in your pocket because you're carrying a firearm.
Obi, but I know you're going in something, but Obi, a security guard get about 5,000 the least a month, right?
Yeah.
5,000 a month.
Yeah.
And if it's a young person, now starting up, you're living in a mother house still.
They more than enough money.
They more enough.
You see, this is what I was about to explain to him. The reality of it is this, bro. You have to know your priorities. There are certain things. The problem with human beings is we, especially when it comes to my community, the Afro-based community, we don't like sacrifice.
Management, yeah.
We don't know money management. And that is why I've always said, I believe that the education system in this country doesn't prepare you for real life circumstances. Right? Hold on. Wait, before we go, Baby Trump, I forget it. Baby Trump.
Okay,
say we had to say quick Baby Trump so I could finish on what is it.
Oh, man. Oh, sorry. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
How you guys?
Yeah.
Listen, yesterday, thank you very much. Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming. Sorry about that. Hey guys, yesterday, hello?
Yeah, you're live. Where is it? Keep a party yet? Thanks for coming. Go ahead.
Undisclosed location, as Dick Cheney used to say.
Okay then.
Fundraiser. Hey, let me tell you something. Yesterday, you guys mentioned something about your board of elections, but we call it in Trinidad, the EBC, going digital and all that.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. They ain't so smart, but they're kind of smart in a different way. You see that meeting with Sharpton yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Sharpton irrelevant, but all them PNMs and stuff in Queens and Brooklyn and so on, he's like the black messiah to them, right? But as black men, he's the most despicable, most non-integrity right?
I'm familiar with his reputation,
person. Yeah. But I want to say to you, let me tell you something, this digital thing, right? By the way, the commander-in-chief is going to be making a national broadcast tonight, right?
Yeah.
9 o'clock. Let me tell you something.
9 o'clock.
When you're going digital, Trinidad is not that big. Trinidad is not that big, right? To go digital. Because in certain areas, we want to go back to the paper ballot. And I'll tell you why. Okay? Make sure your source, what country or what interests put in that digital program together for Trinidad. Trinidad ain't that big. You can still work on paper ballots.
Yeah.
One man, one woman, one vote.
Yeah.
Right? But you see, with the digital out here and going with paper ballots too, and you realize something, you see a Democrat losing around 11 o'clock at night, and by 4 in the morning, 20,000 or 200,000 ballots stood up from nowhere, ballot harvesting. So make sure you guys tread very, very carefully going digitally. Trinidad ain't that big. You don't need to do that. Believe me. All right?
Thanks.
But that's all I wanted to share with you yesterday. I didn't want to take you off topic, but I promise you a call today. All right? On that.
Again.
Okay?
Yes, thanks very much. And again, Obi, it will be over 6 minutes tonight on certain legacy media, the mainstream, the media, right? Police mobile unit has brought to Hadid family house. So they put now a mobile.
Yeah.
So there's nobody. We want to see who coming in. The police want to see who coming in, who going out. We are bringing.
Still don't trust the
no, I understand.
But I understand what they're doing.
That technology could have things in it too.
Yeah, the tap calls and whatever.
Yeah. I mean, I know you say, but we hope. We hope. So what did they call?
Heavy duty. Heavy tea. Good afternoon.
Heavy tea. Heavy tea.
Hi, good afternoon, guys.
Good afternoon.
That woman
Hi,
heavy
good
tea.
afternoon, guys.
Hey. Do be on my co-host here. Go get big stone. Go ahead.
Anyway, sir, good afternoon. Good afternoon, Mr. Obi, and good afternoon, Mr. Kingsley. So that caller, not that caller, the caller before, right? And I like how when you make him come off so that you can explain what you did to him.
Yeah.
Because you see what he said there, Mr. Obi, is precisely why it have a lot of the young people sitting down at home complaining and saying, oh, they don't have the opportunity and they don't have no job and they don't have no job. But why? They don't want to do the dog work, quote unquote.
Yeah.
You understand? But
Yeah.
what is dog work? You understand? Because they don't want to work for minimum wage because according to he, the maths not maxing. But at the same time, that same minimum wage, when you add it up at the end of the month,
The minimum wage just be more than the government salary.
Exactly. They expect somebody to come and give them a $2,500 in their hand just so. Come on, man. You understand? You need to think outside the box, Mr. Obi. When I came out from school with all my subjects, I went and worked in store, right? I will grocery. I started from the very bottom, right? Doing minimum wage. So why it is people cannot think outside the box and say, here what? I might have the perfect opportunity now, but let me do this in the meantime so that I could feed
Until
my
something
children.
opens up,
You understand? Until something come better. But no, my children home hungry. So you rather go and beg the neighbor about the type of security work on that time you could go and do.
Everything you know that you have 2 children already.
That's crazy work. That is crazy. I can understand these people level of thinking. It baffles me at times.
Caller,
Anyway,
everything. Hello?
Yes. Yes, I am listening, yeah.
You know you have 2 children home, she gone, but you have 2 children home, right, Obi? And you children hungry. And you still gonna make children?
No need that. Well, Kingsley, let me tell you.
You can't feed the 2 already. You still gonna buy a box of condom, Obi. You still
allergic to that.
You still
the
gonna
number
make
one thing. That's the number one thing that most
still,
pretty men are allergic to.
I wouldn't say tie a womb because I believe that wasn't one. I believe in making children. But you have 2 children already. You can't damn and feed them.
What the hell going on with my calls on them today?
Then now you're looking for
all of them ringing.
Yeah. Then now you're looking for.
Good afternoon.
Hello.
Yeah, is he seen now?
Then now hold on.
But they cannot be bombarding my show, so go ahead.
That's a caller. Then now you're looking for. Hold on, caller.
Hold on, caller.
Then now you're looking. You don't have 2 already. The 2 child father know what to say. Because you have different child fathers. You have 4 children. And all the 4 children is different child father. You have 2 home. You can't feed them. Now you're looking for a man who can feed you and can feed them. So you're going to make a next one now. Ah, damn it, man. And then the government and blame Kingsley. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Lesha.
Good night, Kingsley, Trinidad and Tobago. I listened to that caller and I agree with Heavy T. Yes, I like the way that you answered and responded to him. I fall into the same boat with Heavy T.
Well, I didn't get a finished answer, but still, go ahead.
And stuff. When I left school with my passes and stuff and I went out there looking for work, you know what they told? Oh, you have no experience. You have the qualifications, but no experience. I said, well, how was I supposed to get job experience if you don't hire me? And I ended up with the same thing, doing odd jobs. I was a cashier at high-low. I do a lot of odd jobs before I end up where I am today. You have to start somewhere. And if I tell you, going through high-low, the credit union, all these different places that I was employed before, I learned a lot of skills. I learned how to deal with people. I learned punctuality. I learned a lot of things. These things mold you until you get to the position that you're really looking for.
But I have a question. I have a question to ask because I want to open up the phone lines after and allow only females to call in for a bit because this question is pertinent to the direction that I want to finish my answer with. Right? Is it because based on what you were saying, would you agree that narrative or that stance that he's taking is a stance that is more taken by males in society and not females?
I think that, yes, it would be probably more males, but females do fall into that category as well. I can tell you of a personal girlfriend of mine. She is a hard worker. She wants to work. She wants to go there. She is in a situation where she have children. Unlike some, she is married. She and the husband working hard to try to see about the family, but one income is not enough to see about things. And sometimes when she looks at the jobs that are available and the distance that she has to go to, she said to me, girl, sometimes I look at it and it's not that I don't want the money, but it doesn't make sense. Time I pay somebody I'm just telling you, wait, hold on. I'm telling you what my friend said to me. And when I said I'm a person, I look at a salary and I could budget down to the cent.
Okay then.
And when I look at it in her case, even though she has a husband playing his part and doing as much as he could do, the end still not meeting. To get money, just for her to get to that job, she don't have it.
Okay then.
And the money that she's getting from the job, it's not even covering enough for her to get to the job for the entire month.
Okay then.
Because where she's living is she's literally living in a hole.
Okay, understand.
So to get out of there, and then the time and traveling and trying to look for somebody to see after the children, it's difficult for a lot of people out there.
Okay then, no problem.
Obi, when I look at Trinidad and Tobago, I feel so sad sometimes. People don't understand the level of poverty that exists. It's not that people don't want to go out there and do it, and I'm not making excuses for anybody. Some of them damn lazy. But it have others that truly want to do it. And even though the opportunities are there, for them just to get there is an issue.
Okay.
When everybody around you struggling, who helping you? And totally off topic, I call and I wanted you to raise this issue as well. If the Prime Minister is listening, please, Madam Prime Minister, could you please do something about the cost of feminine products for the time of the month?
Okay then.
It is absolutely ridiculous.
Okay then.
I have a good job and I feeling it, so I could only imagine how these other ladies who feeling out here. This is crazy.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, I'm gone. Good night.
Thanks. And I go. No,
to my co-host and who's supposed to be on my platform. Learn to wrap it up now. Learn to wrap it up. Oh God.
But when she make a good point at the end in there, and I mean, it have ladies can't really afford these
the feminine hygiene stuff.
Yeah, and you know, I mean, it's sad. But Obi, the point I'm making, Obi, right? To me, it doesn't matter the title of the job.
Yeah.
It's a matter that once you commit yourself.
Right. And Obi, this is go ahead.
You commit yourself. And because Obi, I can tell you, I see security guard.
Yeah.
Have 2 vehicles on the road.
Yeah.
And let me say you have no children, and in your next shift come here, we're working all the shift.
Let me tell you.
So by the time the month reach, you're going to work on 10,000, 50,000.
Let me tell you something. When I was working
10 to 15,000 a month.
There was a situation where, hold that WhatsApp call. When I was working there, Kingsley, you used to get a bonus every 3 months. But in order to get the bonus, you can't miss a day from work. The bonus was $5,000.
Yeah. With your
Kingsley,
pay.
with my pay. Kingsley, I never miss a day. And I was always on time. Right? When my family come, right, your priorities had to change. Because I understood now that I was a parent. It wasn't about me anymore. It was about my 2 little boys. So all the linemen, all the partying, all the expensive stuff had to cut. The problem with a lot of young people, we have a lot of young parents who are having children without even having an opportunity to be a child or a mid-tier adult. That is why I recommend that most people don't have children in the early 20s. You have, now when you hear what he is saying there just now, the reality that he's not accepting is this. There's work out there for everybody, especially in the security. But
and he means good, eh?
He means good. But what I'm trying to show him is this. When it comes to employment and bettering yourself, pride has to go out the door.
Yes.
If you are worried about people seeing you in a security uniform, if you are worried about cutting your hair, if you are worried about what people would say, then here what is the catch? The catch is that issue is not their issue, that's a you issue. And that is why I always try to tell people, the way how I see the world is like this. If you have a problem with me, that's a you problem. And the nice thing about a you problem is I don't have to care about it.
Because it's not my problem.
Because it's not my problem.
That's your problem.
That's your problem. Yeah. So what they need to start doing is eliminate. You need to take pride out, because I could never understand how you are pride and you're broken.
Yeah.
Caller, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Obi. Good afternoon, Kingsley. How are
good
you
afternoon. Where
Sorry for the hold.
Hey, Obi, can you hear me?
Yes,
wait now, I recognize this voice, man. I recognize this voice. We are Texas in the building. We are Texas in the building.
My brothers. How are you guys down there?
Yeah, we good, man. We good.
Oh, Texas, it's cold.
No, we're getting some rain, much needed rain over here. Yeah. I will tell you that.
I hope it's a Republican, you know. But go ahead.
Nah, he's not really a Trump guy.
Good.
He's not really a Trump guy. Yeah, he does go back and forth with that. But yeah, people. So there's a good friend of mine. He yesterday I had contacted him because he lives in the vicinity of two very massive data centers, and I wanted him to kind of tell the public what he goes through living close to the data center. So the floor is yours.
Well, I'll tell you this. The two data centers that we have here are very, very big data centers. They're within 2 miles of each other. But before the construction even started here, there was a procurement process that they needed to pass with the city of Round Rock before they started to build, such as water consumption, electricity consumption. And they had to prove that we're not dependent on the grid that we have here in Texas to facilitate the use of power. So they brought in their generators, they started construction on their solar panels, and they have their water filters where they recycle the water so it's not using as much city water as is needed.
Okay, so basically it's a situation where they have a large portion of water stored somewhere and they circulate that water on a daily basis.
Correct.
Okay,
absolutely, because if they could not produce to the city of where I live that they can be self-sufficient, they would not have passed it. And these are ridiculously huge data centers, but you will never know it's data centers. It actually looks just like big, massive warehouses.
Well, if you're saying that people wouldn't know that it's data centers, then that also means that there's no noise.
No, there is no noise because the generators that they use in case the power goes out, you wouldn't even hear it because it's connected between a residential area and an industrial area. So very rare would you even know that these generators are working because the technology now is so high in advance, you can't tell.
I would like you to repeat that line again for all the citizens in Trinidad and Tobago who isn't understanding that technology has reached such, because there's a video circulating of a woman on social media standing around a data center. Now, the video is a very old video. I can tell it's an old video, but it's sharing it, PNM sharing it like thing are good to try to convince people that this is a modern data center that is making a whole heap of noise. And you are telling me that the data centers that you are talking about resides in a residential area and you don't hear it. Am I correct?
No, you don't. Because that is correct. Because if you did, that's another thing they had to prove to the city where I live, the noise pollution. And it really does not create. In fact, the planes that fly over generate more noise than the data center generators.
You hear that? You hear that, Kingsley? Yeah. The planes that flying overhead making more noise than the data center. Okay then.
No, well, let's see now. Some and I know that's state Republican, but some people are saying that it making noise because I see a video in the state that's people complain that they can't sleep in the night time. It making real noise and then lots of things going on.
So caller, is that a case? Is there residents that complaining that they can't sleep in the night because of the noise of these data centers, or is everybody sleeping and going to work?
The residents in Texas complain when it rains too much. I'm telling you, we need rain, but they complain when it rains too much. So that propaganda, let us go underneath the carpet because we don't need it.
Okay then.
If Trinidad is going to benefit from a data center, let them do the procurement. Let them do the money. and that way everything is documented.
Okay then. Well, thank you so much for taking the opportunity to come here, to call to clear, and I know that you are a person with a very upstanding reputation. I'm not going to go into the details of your reputation, but I know you know exactly what you are talking about. So thank you for taking this opportunity to call and to give that insight, because, and again, I know that if I want video footage of you standing next to a very silent data center, I can also get that from you. So who knows, maybe I might just ask for that also.
And I want to tell.
Okay then, no
Chinese,
problem.
Thank you very much.
Well, thank you so much, caller.
Yes. I want to tell these Chinese people them stop going to people country and fighting people. Or be a see a man in a bus.
The Chinese fella some slap. But look, I saw another one today where a guy jumped in a Trinidadian car and tell the Trinidadian that he's a member of the LGBT community, and the Trinidadian threw him out the car in the States.
That fella, let's go around doing that right.
Yeah. He's an IRL streamer, so that's how they just provoke people.
He just look for more Caribbean
people to target with the nonsense.
Because as he see targeting Jamaicans too.
Yeah.
Jamaican bonfire and them kind of thing. And you want the Jamaicans a bumbo hole.
Them have time for that. And so yeah, people, and I'm really glad that our caller called in and explained it. And like I said, I don't have to go into details of his job spec, but I'm going to tell you this: he's well known in his field. He's well paid, and if he's saying that the data centers are soft, like I said, I have no intentions of going into his background. But he knows exactly why he's telling you the data centers are soft. It's because they are soft. You understand? But again, in terms of the thing we were talking about with the jobs, I raised my two sons in the early starts of my life before I transitioned to NGC off of that. And anybody who is saying that you cannot make a good living off of minimum wage, you have to prioritize yourself. You have to know what is important. And the reason why I don't think that most people who live in Laventille and these places get to use this excuse is because majority of the people who are living in Laventille and think living at home. They live in home. You're not paying rent or anything like that.
You see that stigma that the car go out there. Or you stop the war, so or you could go out there look for work. Stop killing each other.
Exactly.
Because Obi, I come from the heart of the beast. I'm still living in the heart of the beast.
I know a lot of people from Laventille who doing very well.
I did not get caught up in the trap.
Yeah.
Because nobody could tell me from the age of 50, but age of 11 years, you know right from wrong. If a man touch a young girl, she supposed to know that is the wrong thing to do.
Yeah.
But you have your common sense. You can't tell me you have to reach 18 years to know to think.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yep. You're absolutely correct.
Come on. You have to be strong and have that faith in yourself.
Because you see, the government, I understand what the brother is saying, that he wants the government to come in, but the government can come in and do everything you want. But if the government do everything you want and you all don't change, then it's not gonna fix.
I've never finished school. I never think, but I am. Could tell you this, Obi. Not one day police come at my mother's door and knock my door. Not one day my mother walk up police steps or a court. For me, I was on a survival mood.
Yeah.
I didn't know that I don't want to go in jail where I can't go in the bathroom when I want to watch you. I have 10 men next to me. My mother come in and see me. My mother eye full with water. My eye coming to get full with water.
Yeah.
I had to go back and lie down with 10 men when I didn't understand that danger.
Yeah.
And I survived. Obi, I always tell this story. I survived.
Yeah.
I never went and robbed nobody. I never went and thief nobody thing.
True.
And I grew up poor.
True.
I grew up knowing that my sister right there sleeping, my brother right there sleeping.
I grew up with cockroach crawling on my
Thank
face
God
and
now
sleeping on the ground.
I have a big king size bed. You can work hard for
you
it.
have a Kingsley bed.
Kingsley bed. You can work hard for it.
Yeah, right. We have a call on the line. And we looking at lock off after. Caller, good afternoon.
Yeah, we'll be on Kingsley.
Yeah, big brother.
But statistics not show that some of us take the injection and some of us die from it, and some, but all are we not wired up the same way?
That is true.
Somebody, yeah, Obi and Kingsley, you grew up in the heart and everything, but You come out of it. Hats off to you, Kingsley. Right? And I proud of you, Kingsley, between me and you. I introduced my wife to you already. Right? Down by Dominga Road, Savannah, you was coming to a UNC meeting there, and I called you out and introduced my wife to you already. And that's listening. But all of we is not the same. It's our brothers. I sometimes I ask a middle construction work on thing, right? And I pay in $350. I tell men say they're not coming and work for that.
Big brother, time short. Then we leave it after tomorrow. We as we start tomorrow, we go with a topic. I feel that could be the topic.
That will be the topic for tomorrow. Yeah. But so Kingsley, final thoughts.
Well, again, I encourage young people go out there and look for a job. It doesn't matter if it's a chicken place you're working, a furniture place you're working. Go out there, start so, and look to develop your brain. If you're not taking any money and go and do our classes to do something better, you could do it. Those are it ain't paying enough money. You could make it with small money and turn it into big money.
Right. But people remember my motto, short and sweet. You cannot become a first world nation with a third world mentality. Make a better version of yourself every day, Trinidad and Tobago. And to everybody on the YouTube and the Facebook who were here enjoying the show, reach home safe. And before you go to bed tonight, make sure and tell your children the most important thing possible. Tell them, I love you. Have a good afternoon, people. And we closing with the Bobo and Beans.